Good morning, it's me, Tiffany, your needling esthetician. Anyway, I'm super excited. They have finally come out with an at-home needling device that is unlike the roller that tears your skin going in and tears it going out because it's on a circular thing. This goes straight in and straight out. I'm so excited. First of all, for my clients who need to do things at home, all of you out there. And number two, because as an esthetician, I'm always busy with my clients and I don't usually keep up my needling like I do everyone else. So everyone else is having great results and I'm lagging. So I'm gonna be 57 and I really need to do something and I'm super excited about this. So I'm doing this for my clients and anyone who wants to watch this. The first thing to remember is to really wash your face good. Now, a lot of you wash your face with soap. You're always telling me, oh, I do this and I splash. You're just rinsing your face off. You need to get the blood circulation going and you need to get off all those dead skin cells. Clarisonic, rough washcloth. So you're just gonna go over your whole face with your Clarisonic and it stimulates, look, my face is already turning pink. You guys really need to use this. I'm always on you about it. I've already washed my face. I'm just kind of going over it to show you. You really want to do it for about 1.5 minutes. And make sure you do the neck. Everyone is going to have an old neck and a really nice looking face. You know those ladies you see who their face has been so worked on and then their neck is really 95 years old and their face looks about 35. So always address your neck. And it's so easy to forget the neck because it feels like it's kind of part of your body, not your face, but it really is. Okay, so always get the neck. Okay, really hot washcloth. And really go over and scrub the face. Get that blood circulation going. That's one of the best things you can do. As we get older, our circulation slows down, which means healing slows down. I'm talking through a washcloth. Healing slows down. And so does cell turnover. So a nice good scrub with your good washcloth. Okay, so I'm going to be posting my results as they're happening because finally I might have time to do something for me. That'd be really nice. Because I'm really not a fan of wanting to get cut on. I've seen too many crazy results. I'm like, I don't want to do it. So I'm going to do everything I can not to. Okay, so because the head on this is 0.25, it's not going to go into your dermis, and dermis is where you're going to get blood. This is going to go right into the epidermis, but the cool thing is you can do it like every other day, and it's going to pierce through that layer that protects your skin from most of your creams, most of your working serums to really get in there. So now I'm going to make little channels for all those serums to get in, but without causing the blood injury that you have to use all the alcohols and this and that, although I do clean this with alcohol when I'm done. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're just going to start stamping on your face. It feels kind of like really tiny little poking. It's not that terrible. And I'm kind of a sissy baby. I have to numb my face really good to do the needling. And this really isn't bad. So I'm just going to go over my whole entire face. I'm only going to do half of my face because I just want you to see how you're going to do this at home. Because I'm blowing out of these things like crazy and I want to be able to have a video so you guys can watch it. Okay, the upper eye, little sensitive, not going to lie. But unlike my machine that bounces around and makes you guys crazy on the eye, it's not so fun. This, I can just gently pounce on my actual complete eyeball, which is really nice. Up on my eyebrow. Ow, that's a little painful. Not terrible though. And as you start moving around, it's like a tattoo. It gets a little numb and then you don't really feel it. Forehead's always a little uncomfortable. And I really want to get under my eye because that's where I'm getting really old. And of course my smile lines. Nose is always sensitive. And I just got back from the Mediterranean and I am sick. Not a good time to be doing this. I'm dehydrated. My skin is really in its worst condition. But I want to get going on this and I want to show you guys how to use this thing. So I'm just doing it. Okay, neck, super important. Get that neck. I don't want to have an old lady neck. And really just like move it down. Yay. You could even do your hands. You know, our hands start looking nasty too. So your hands, your neck, your décolleté, everything. Just pounce around. See, it's getting a little pink. So I've created all these channels and kind of only do one side at a time before the channels close because it only takes a few minutes for them to close. So, okay, I'm done. Obsessed with Intraceuticals, my new favorite. My clients are loving it. 2 pumps of the serum, well, for the whole face. But since I needled, I'm going to do 2 pumps for just one side. And then I'll do my other side. Okay. And the Intraceuticals, super important to rub it in for 30 seconds until it's dry and get it. And especially because you've just needled, you really want to push that in there so it really gets in and does its work. Because only 10% of skincare can get into the deep layers of your epidermis because that's what your skin's designed to do, to keep everything out. So we're just going to force it here by poking little holes. And then we have the hydration gel, which is the second layer of the Intraceutical. So the first is the hyaluronic serum with all kinds of amazing peptides and just really good food for the skin. And then their hydration gel gets sucked into the hyaluronic because hyaluronic absorbs about 1,000 times its weight in moisture. So this gel is going to get sucked in deeper and make my skin all nice and plump, especially since I'm sick and probably dehydrated. You know, when you're sick, you're really bad. And just really get around those eyeballs. And last but not least, their moisture binding cream. And then this seals everything in. Intraceuticals is an amazing product, but you really have to use all 3. You can't just use one. Well, you can use the moisture binding cream all by itself, but number 1 and 2 don't really work efficiently without the moisture on the top. So I'm going to be using a human growth serum on this side of my face and Intraceuticals on the right. I'm doing kind of a test. So I'm going to be videoing and keeping a little video YouTube journal on my progress so you all can see. But most of all, I just want you to be able to check out this new thing. It's the Livra wand. And I'm actually probably going to put a little store up so that I can sell these little guys because they're not on the market and you can't get them really anywhere except people who needle, I think. So I'll have a store. It'll be at Thelovelythorne.com as soon as my daughter gets the website up. We had to take it down because we moved our location and we're redoing it. So anyway, that is how you use this little guy, girls. Oh, and boys, huh? There's guys using this too. So it's super cool. And there are heads that are 0.50 for those who want to go a little deeper. But for at-home use, really, this is the one that is like you could use it all the time. Okay, signing off. Feels good.